Hi, I'm Kenneth WAJDA. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photography talks. Today we'll talk about gear, specifically the Pentax 6.7. So the Pentax 6.7 is often described as a SLR on steroids. And it's an interesting camera because it allows you to use the viewfinder like a normal SLR, but at the same time, you're using a viewfinder, nothing's inverted, you're seeing what the lens is seeing because it's an actual SLR. And this was a very popular camera in the fashion world back in the 70s, 80s, 90s because it had such a large negative, but it was a camera that you could really easily transition from 35mm up to 6.7. And I've been using this more. I used it during that train series that I photographed a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago or two. And I have this right now, there's a 55mm 3.5 lens on it. So I think that's kind of equivalent to I'm guessing like a 24. And I have three different lenses for this, although I don't have the 105 2.8, which I think, or 2.4, that a lot of people talk about as one of their legendary lenses, which I think would be a good lens to pick up for this. If you're buying a Pentax 6.7 and you can get a 105 2.4, it's fast, it's sharp, and people love it and talk well of it using it in the fashion world. I end up with a 55, a 75, and a 200. And I like that 200 because it gives me a way to create really strong telephoto without being on a gigantic body, and I couldn't afford probably a 200 for a Hasselblad. And the lenses for this are significantly lower than what it would cost you for a Hasselblad. But that's a 6.6 camera, this is a 6.7 camera. I like this design. Sometimes it feels heavy and other times I feel like it's not that bad. And I love the simplicity of it. Sometimes when I'm taking out that Mamiya lens on that Graflex 2.3 camera, and I think, well, I could do 6.7 like this. This is a lot quicker. I can just literally point and shoot with this. If you set your exposure and nothing is changing in your light, you could literally point and shoot with this. And there is something about this that I would say, as much as I love using a Hasselblad for portrait work and even for other work outside, and as much as I like using a Rolleiflex because it's so lightweight and it's such a small little device that creates such a large square negative. I'm a big fan of square. I have a friend who recently said, I don't like 6.7. And I'm like, well, I can sort of see. I'm more of a fan of square than I am 6.7. If they made this in a 6.6, I probably would be very happy with it. But in any case, the idea of a twin lens reflex, they made those 6.6 because then when you're looking down into it, you didn't have to turn it vertically or horizontally. You could just crop later because everything is inverted laterally. When they made this, they were like, we can make a 6.7 camera because then you're looking right through the viewfinder and you don't have to worry about that. If you want a vertical, you can turn it. They also made 6.7 because it was supposed to be the perfect proportion. If you wanted to make an 8x10 photograph, 6.7 goes right into 8x10 exactly with nothing needed to be cropped. But again, I'm not the biggest fan of that shape compared to a 6.6, but I like the build of this camera and the ease of use. And it'll definitely give your arms a workout. It's not lightweight, but it's a treat to be able to work with something so large, and it's certainly even simpler than using that Mamiya Graflex body with the bellows. It's quicker. It's definitely, if I'm in a place where I want to photograph things quick, like say a car show or something, this would be the camera I would take. And looking through the lens is also kind of a feature to get you so you can focus much quicker and work much quicker. All right, that's the Pentax 6.7. They came out the 6X7 and then the 6.7. I believe the 6X7 came out first, and then later they came out the 6.7 and then 6.7 II. And you want to get as late of a body as you can. You want to get one that's working. I don't think that these are all working. I think there are some issues with them and you can get them repaired, but I'm usually one to find something that works and stick with it, and I probably get rid of it when it doesn't work and find another one, especially in something like this. All right, that's today's photography talk. If you're enjoying these, whoo, that feels good to put down. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and hit the Patreon if you can. And I'll put a link to that train photo. It's the last thing I photographed with it. And if you haven't seen it, I'll put that in there. And thanks so much for watching.